Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. In today's video, I'll answer the question of, are Paris Saint Germain better without Kylian Mbappe? We'll strictly be looking at Paris Saint Germain last season when the full team was built around Mbappe. So there's no excuses about Messi or Neymar or this and that. It was the team completely built around Mbappe, and it's pretty much the identical same team apart from João Neves, Desiree Doué, and William Pacho. Last season, Paris Saint Germain had 53 points at this part of the season. This season, 56 points. Small difference, but improvement. Last season, Paris Saint Germain scored 53 goals and allowed 18 goals after 22 league end games. This season, 59 goals scored, 20 goals allowed. Slight improvement once again. But when you look at the underlying stats, it's even better. 45 XG and 24 XG against compared to 57 XG and 20 XG against. Improvement from Paris Saint Germain in Ligue 1 McDonald's. And instead of just looking at the team, we have to look at the main man. Last season was Mbappe. Obviously, this season it's been Ousmane Dembele. Mbappe in the Ligue 1 this season so far, 18 starts, 21 goals, 15 non-penalty goals. Ousmane Dembele, 14 starts, 16 goals, and 15 non-penalty goals. Dembele is doing as well as Kylian Mbappe, if not better. Coupe de France, obviously, we're into the quarterfinals, and we were into the quarterfinals last season, so no difference. And we obviously won the Trophée du Champion last season, as we've done this season. Now, moving on to the Champions League, where it all matters for a club like Paris Saint Germain. But there are some differences. Last season, obviously, was the usual Champions League format. This season is the new UCL format. And I'm not going to be including the round of 32, which means the Brest 10-game aggregate score will not be included, even though it's the best Paris Saint Germain performance so far in the UCL this season. We'll strictly be looking at the group stages and do average, because last season was 6 games in the group, this season has been 8. 1.5 goals scored for PSG last season under Mbappe and 1.3 goals against. This season, 1.7 goals scored and 1.1 goals against. Improvement once again. Look at the underlying stats, 2.2 XG and 1 XG against compared to 2 and 0.8 XG against. The exact identical underlying numbers. And once again, we have to look at the main man. Kylian Mbappe had 6 starts, 3 goals, 1 non-penalty goal. Ousmane Dembele, 5 starts, 4 goals, 4 non-penalty goals. Dembele is just not doing as well as Mbappe. He's doing way better than what Mbappe did last season for us. Obviously, when it comes to the Champions League, group stages are not the priority. It's the knockout stages. And we'll have to wait to see what Paris Saint Germain does in the knockout stages this season. But we can quickly look at how the team, because when you have a main man, when the team is built around one player such as Kylian Mbappe, it's all about him carrying you. The team is built around Kylian Mbappe performing at his best level, having the best chances possible so he can carry the team. And that's what he did versus Real Sociedad, having 2 great performances with 3 goals in both games. But next up came FC Barcelona, where he dropped 2 huge stinkers. Vitinha and Dembele had to carry us that game. The second game, he had 2 goals. One was a Fugazi penalty that Dembele won, and the second one, he missed the tap-in, and then Fugazi got it back. Disgusting performance. But it's even worse against Borussia Dortmund, where he dropped 2 generational disaster classes for Paris Saint Germain. And for me, that was the main reason we went out to Dortmund. There are obviously many different reasons why we got knocked out. But that our star player, our main man, the team was completely built around getting the best out of Kylian Mbappe. And he dropped 2 stinkers, not doing anything in both games. He costed us that tie. We also have to mention that Kylian Mbappe last season was earning 200 million a year. When you include his wage and all the bonuses he had, well, that's off the book, and we're performing even better. And Luis Enrique has been a strong man when it comes to that comparison. Last season, he had said, regardless of those who are here, who are absent, my aim is to be stronger next season. PSG will continue to be a great team, but we'll get even better. We'll bring in players with strong mentality and players who identify with the club, and that's how life works. Internally, PSG minimizes the loss of Mbappe next season. The staff believes that the other players will have more space to express and free themselves with Mbappe leaving. Luis Enrique is convinced that a well-oiled collective team is superior to any individuality. Enrique is also planning on possibly playing with a false 9 system next season. Luis Enrique has said that without Mbappe, we would have a better attack and a better defense, and here are the numbers. And we've just seen the numbers. Defensively and offensively, Paris Saint Germain are a stronger side, both in the league and in the Champions League, compared to last season, where we had Kylian Mbappe. So the first gimmick that has been exposed is we haven't lost anything. Mbappe has left and we haven't lost anything. We haven't lost anything. Second of all, we're doing even better. And the main man that has taken his spot, Ousmane Dembele, is doing better, both in the league and in the Champions League. And it's not just Ousmane Dembele, no. Both his game and Bradley Barcola's game has opened up so much with Mbappe leaving. Barcola having 16 goals and 9 assists in 30 starts, and Ousmane Dembele having insane 23 goals and 5 assists in 23 starts in all competitions. And Mbappe is not the first superstar who is left, and Paris Saint Germain have become better. I mean, we had Neymar, Messi, they left. We went from round of 16 to semi-final. And this season, last season, we're in semi-final with Mbappe. And this season with no Mbappe, we make our hands on our first Champions League. After leaving this video, I hope everyone has understood that Paris Saint Germain are a better team than Kylian Mbappe. I do have to put the disclaimer, though, that obviously the most important parts are yet beyond us. The Coupe de France, finishing off the Liga and title, and obviously to see how far Paris Saint Germain can go. But looking at every single statistic that is needed, Paris Saint Germain are a better team without Kylian Mbappe. That's been it from my boy PSG, and as usual, allez Paris.